told you a single fish could sell for over $3 million, and that Japan has built entire high-tech ocean farms to produce them like luxury supercars. Deep beneath the waves, massive underwater cages hold thousands of tuna moving in synchronized circles. Drones scan the water from above. Automated feeding systems launch tons of bait with precision timing. Engineers monitor oxygen levels in real time. This isn't traditional fishing anymore. This is industrial-scale tuna farming, and it's become a $100 million business powered by technology, precision engineering, and one of the most valuable seafood markets on Earth. So how does Japan raise one of the ocean's fastest and most difficult predators in captivity? How do these farms prevent escape, disease, and massive financial losses? And why are restaurants willing to pay insane prices for premium bluefin tuna? Let's dive in.
Japan consumes more tuna than almost any country in the world, especially bluefin tuna, the king of sushi. Rich, fatty, buttery, and incredibly rare, bluefin is one of the most prized seafood products on the planet. The demand is so high that wild tuna populations have struggled for decades. That's why Japanese companies invested heavily in something once considered nearly impossible, farming tuna from egg to harvest. And honestly, the scale is mind-blowing. Most tuna farms begin with offshore sea cages. These giant circular pens can stretch over 100 feet wide and are anchored deep into coastal waters where strong currents keep oxygen flowing. The cages are built using reinforced polyethylene frames and ultra-durable netting designed to survive storms, saltwater corrosion, and the raw power of thousands of massive tuna. Remember, bluefin tuna can weigh over 600 pounds and swim at highway speeds. If the engineering fails, millions of dollars can disappear overnight. That's why these structures are constantly monitored. Next comes one of the most fascinating systems in the operation, automated feeding technology. Tuna eat constantly, and feeding thousands of fish manually would be nearly impossible. So farms use pneumatic feeding systems and automated bait launchers that distribute fish feed evenly across the cages. Some systems even use AI-powered feeding analysis. Underwater cameras monitor fish behavior in real time to determine whether the tuna are still hungry or beginning to waste feed. This improves efficiency while reducing environmental pollution from uneaten food.
And watching hundreds of giant tuna explode toward the surface during feeding time. It looks like an underwater tornado. Now let's talk about one of the biggest challenges in tuna farming, water quality. Unlike many farmed fish, tuna are extremely sensitive to environmental changes. That means farms rely on advanced monitoring equipment. Sensors continuously track oxygen levels, water temperature, salinity, and current strength. If oxygen drops too low, the fish becomes stressed immediately. Some farms even use remote monitoring centers where technicians can oversee multiple offshore cages from computer dashboards miles away. It's basically a smart ocean farm. And this next tool might be the coolest of all, underwater drones. These remotely operated vehicles inspect nets for damage, monitor fish health, and check for parasites without forcing workers into dangerous diving conditions. The footage they capture is incredible. Thousands of tuna moving together in perfect formation under deep blue water looks more like science fiction than agriculture. But here's where things get really expensive: breeding.
For years, tuna farming depended on capturing young wild tuna and fattening them up. But Japan pushed even further. Researchers developed full-cycle aquaculture systems capable of breeding tuna entirely in captivity. That means controlling the complete life cycle, from eggs to mature fish. This required enormous innovation. Specialized hatcheries use temperature-controlled tanks, filtration systems, and precision lighting to protect delicate larvae. Baby tuna are incredibly fragile. Even tiny environmental changes can wipe out entire batches. But once successful, the payoff is huge. A stable supply chain, more predictable production, and less dependence on wild populations. Now let's talk business. Why is this industry worth so much money? Simple. Premium tuna is luxury food. Top-grade bluefin can sell for hundreds of dollars per pound. At Tokyo's famous fish markets, elite tuna are auctioned for astonishing prices because high-end sushi restaurants compete fiercely for the best cuts. One exceptional fish can generate tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when farms consistently produce high-quality tuna year-round, the profits become enormous. But this business is also incredibly risky. Feed costs are massive. Storm damage can destroy infrastructure. Disease outbreaks can spread quickly, and tuna take years to mature compared to other farmed fish. So operators must balance biology, engineering, logistics, and finance all at once.
This isn't just fishing. It's one of the most advanced forms of farming on Earth, and it may represent the future of seafood production as global demand continues to rise. Imagine a future where offshore AI-powered farms produce premium seafood with minimal waste and full environmental monitoring. That future is already starting in Japan. So here's the big question: would you eat farm-raised bluefin tuna if it helped protect wild populations, or should luxury seafood remain entirely wild-caught? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love futuristic farming, giant machines, engineering marvels, and billion-dollar food industries, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Because we've got more deep dives coming into the world's most advanced farms, factories, and food technologies, and trust me, the next operation we cover might be even more unbelievable than this one.